What's going on? Lord Pixel here, and today we are going to be visiting the failed, you could say, Planets of Pocket Build episode, which was Dhye-tirr, Dhye-tirr, with a hyphen in between the two. And this is it right here. And it wasn't exactly a stellar planet. There was not that many things good with it, but yeah. Today we're just going to be doing a quick little video, going through the planet of Dhye-tirr, discussing the lore, my plans, where the idea came from, and why it flopped altogether. So yeah, this is Dhye-tirr, again, Dhye-tirr. I'm sure there's text on the screen right now showing that. But that's what this is. It's a barren, rocky, lifeless planet that was inhabited by people after it was found by people, and then they decided to inhabit it.
Why would you inhabit that?
I don't know.
Why?
Considering that there's Gorax all over the ground that will just eat you if you come within 10 feet of them, everything has to remain floating. And so, yeah, it's kind of a weird question. Why would you inhabit here? But that's I guess people just wanted to have floating buildings. And another good reason is because there's very low gravity. So balloons, these are like, this air is like a very strong type of gas, and it manages, like these balloons, it looks like food, but it's balloons. Just use your imagination. But the gas inside is very strong, and since combined with the planet's low gravity, it allows for easy flotation and really easy travel. Even though the whole planet's surface is pretty much like this with almost no water, and any water that does exist is probably being surrounded by, again, these Gorax. So it's like, oh, why not just like build a super secure shelter on the ground? These things eat through like everything, hence why there's a building on the ground here that's just gone with actually become a nest for Gorax, because there's some babies and then some eggs, which are the pink things. This building was once floating because it has a propeller on the side and some balloons, but not floating anymore. But yeah, so you have to remain. Oh, what happened? You have to remain floating pretty much at all times, because the Gorax will just eat you. They don't have jumping muscles. They don't have muscles to jump. They can only just reach with their spindly arms. So, oh my goodness, what is going on? They can only reach with their spindly arms, so as long as you're like 10 feet or so off the ground, you should be good to go. Now, as for each building, well, actually, before we get to that, let's discuss where the idea came from, because after I built Gliggy, and then I built Boraz, as you know, I wanted to build I actually started building something that was like it was like a sandy planet with the goblin buildings, these things right here. Hold on, let me find them. If I can. Where are... here. With these buildings and such, like these types of things. It was like a sandy planet with those, and now that I think about it, that probably would have been cooler than this. But yeah, that's what it was originally going to be, but I decided it was too boring, so I stopped. And that's why it's been such a while since the last episode. But I'm probably going to start working on these again because it was a really fun series. And now that vertical rotations in the game, vehicles and planets alike are going to become way easier and way more fun to build. But yeah, I wanted to do something with floating buildings for a while, and originally I was going to make it more futuristic, but I couldn't really find a stylized way to do that, so I decided to go for more like a junkyard type vibe, hence all the garbage on the ground and stuff. But that's where this came from. And so yeah, each building, so there's 5 floating things and then 1 dead thing. The dead thing you can guess was it's like a church or something that was floating, but the 5 floating things, let's discuss those. This is just a shopping cart. I don't know why it has such a massive balloon for it. Yeah, the things attached on strings are balloons. And these strings came in clutch, actually, because without them, I don't know how I would have been able to communicate that these things were balloons. If vertical rotation was in the game when I made this, then I could have put this part on the ground, but whatever, that's fine. Anyway, so yeah, just a floating shopping cart. This is the best one, I believe, this building right here. This is like a floating bar, or like a place where you can go grab a drink, grab some food, hang out with your friends. I like the entrance. I like the tires, like, because, like, if it hits something, it just bounces, like, because the tires are inflated or whatever. The windmills are for navigation. The balloons up top, the flag. There's a cannon in the back for whatever reason. Oil cans hanging. I don't know how you're supposed to reach those. Maybe you climb down. Very impractical. This whole planet is just impractical overall. That's the one word to describe this planet, impractical. This is more like a hotel. You can come fly up, not drive, and spend the night or two in here. And just, yeah. I don't know what these are supposed to be. I think I made them with the intention of being like cannons, like that originally. But then I changed it and I added these. Maybe they're supposed to be like orbs of some sort that help navigate, and then these are boosters of sorts. I don't know. This is your internet connection for your free Wi-Fi, I guess. And then we got like a greenhouse, but without the house, so it's just green with some balloons. I use the spear pieces on these instead of the strings back here. But yeah, it's like a plant. Like it's like a little garden, I guess. And then these can be used. You can turn each of these white barrels on. These are like boosters. So you can turn each of them on to navigate in whichever direction you prefer. Although, since they're not in the middle, they would just end up turning you. So that's another impractical design flaw. Didn't mean to do that. This is a car with an engine right here. A teddy bear in the passenger seat. And a nuclear bomb on top. This is probably meant to be a balloon. And then there are 9 exhaust ports, or maybe those are engine boosters. I'm not entirely certain. But yeah, not a very lifeful. Is that a word? A pretty lifeless planet is what I'm trying to say. Except for the lively burger and taco balloons. It's not much to see here. But yeah, that's what Dhye-tirr is. It's like nothing compared to Gliggy or Boraz. And it was made pre-vertical rotation, which makes it even worse. It probably would have been a bit cooler to add, and I should have added more vehicles because this and this aren't just cutting. I could have added like a little highway or something, or I could have added more broken buildings on the ground to prove that the Gorax are deadly. Because right now this doesn't look too threatening with just one broken building. And looks like it's been there for a while. I could have added moss on that, although moss might not grow in this atmosphere. I don't know. Even the lore doesn't really make sense for this planet. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this planet. Not Boraz. This is Boraz B23. This is Glee. This is Dhye-tirr, and again, just a very lackluster planet overall. However, as for the next one, I have quite a few ideas, and I really want to focus on vehicles for this next one, because I've only added vehicles as, like, background details on past planets. And I really want to add vehicles on this one. Like, now that vertical rotation is in the game, I have a lot of good ideas for vehicles. So I really want to focus on using vertical rotation a lot in this next planet. And hopefully this one turns out better than this one did. And then imagine if I would have done Gliggy with, like, vertical rotation. Like, look at this. Look how sick this would have looked. Like, with tilted rocks and stuff. And I could have had, like, buildings going up the wall and stuff. Oh, my goodness. So many possibilities. So many. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for today. This is Planets of Pocket Build, episode 2.5. Pretty boring overall. But, yeah, just wanted to do a quick video showcasing it, as I lost the file for it. Yeah, that's why this isn't a time-lapse, because when my computer broke, I was in the middle of editing this, and I was almost done. I just had to do some more voiceover, and the files got deleted because I forgot to back them up. So, that was a bummer, but honestly, I don't think much was missed, and at least I still have the world, so I can showcase this. But yeah, look out for Planets of Pocket Build episode 3, because I'm really looking forward to doing that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is Planets of Pocket Build episode 2.5. I'm Lord Pixel, and I will see you later. Goodbye. Also, make sure to subscribe, because at 300, I will be doing a microwave reveal and building a microwave in Pocket Build. And I'm so glad I promised that this late, because now I'll be able to do it with vertical rotation. But yes, subscribe for that, and I will see you later. Goodbye.